So, welcome everyone. Today we have with us rapper, instrumentalist, beatmaker, producer, singer, Mr. Milton James. Thanks for joining me, man. Appreciate
Hey,
it.
thanks for having me. Thanks for having me. How's everybody doing this morning?
I hope everyone's doing well. I hope you're doing good. How are you doing?
Well, I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. My son just FaceTimed me right before this, so that just gave me some good energy to get going.
Cool, cool. Well, where are you located right now?
I'm in Atlanta, Georgia right now.
Atlanta, Georgia. All right.
Yes.
Okay.
Originally from Washington, D.C., though.
Oh, cool. How long have you been in the ATL?
I originally moved here in '07, but I be back and forth. So
Okay. All right.
yeah, I might come down here for a year, go back home for a year.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I tell you what, but I'll tell you this. But AI told me that Milton James is a multifaceted powerhouse whose experience spans from the technical precision of mastering to the creative soul of a singer-instrumentalist. So
Well,
please tell us what is your background? Tell us about yourself. How did you get into music? How
right.
do you get
I
into?
just wanted to clear up that one thing. I'm not a vocalist.
Okay.
I do some vocals sometimes, but I don't sing and I'm not. I have rapped and did some laid down some vocals from time to time, but I
Yeah.
do not consider me a vocalist at all, man. That's disrespecting the craft. But
Well, thanks.
I got
Thanks for
started
clearing that.
I got started very young. Mainly this beating on pots and pans and buckets, making my own instruments like very, very young, like
Yeah.
4 or 5 years old. Me and my cousins kind of started a band. You know, I'm from DC, so we have go-go music, live
Okay.
instruments. And there was a band called Junkyard Band with some kids that was beating on whatever they can find to make instruments. And that was
Cool.
my inspiration. So I started and I got in a band at a teenager, like 14. My
Okay.
parents gave me instruments. I always had instruments on my whole life, drums, keyboards, turntables. I was into hip hop. I was scratching,
Cool.
DJing, beatboxing, uh, playing in a band, playing sports. So that was my introduction into music.
Okay. Cool. And what is it you mostly do now?
I produce. Um, I'm a record producer. Some people say they produce, but I produce records. I make beats. I record artists, engineer. I record instrumentalists, mix vocals, songs, tracks, background music, stuff for documentaries, different things that come along the way that you get different skills and it just opened up to different avenues to apply those skills.
Okay. Really cool. Really cool.
Yeah.
I think it's safe to say, and you could correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's safe to say you're in the hip hop space. But
Uh,
I did notice your creations are an interesting mix of genres.
yes.
Is that mix intentional, or is that just naturally come out of you? Or tell us about that.
Well, hip hop is definitely a huge part of my life, and as well as go-go. So I have an infusion going on with those two genres, but also I love music. So I grew up off of the Temptations and Marvin Gaye and also rock. Like my pops was into like a lot of rock music and stuff
Okay.
like that. So I infused that as well. So I just I guess leveled up and just expanded into different genres, but I do like to blend and infuse it. That's what you call it. I kind of get bored with one thing that my brain just needs more stimulation. You know what I'm saying?
No,
So
I
I
know what
just,
you mean.
you know what I'm saying? I just love like live music as well as like program hip hop stuff too. So that's my lane.
Okay. All right. Well, how much just now I know most of your stuff is studio stuff. How much live performances, live stuff do you get to do?
Um, well, me personally, I don't really perform live, but the artists I produce for, I
Yeah.
produce for different bands, go-go bands in DC play the music that I produced. Um, Different artists, like a lot of the artists, all the artists I produce for, they perform. So and sometimes I go to the performances, but that's about as close as I get to. that part of the performance side of it.
Okay.
But I've done beat battles, so that was a performance as far as being a producer, performing on the stage, you know what I'm saying? And I won, so that was, yeah,
Cool. Cool. Let's talk about your beat making then. When you started out, like you said, you started as a kid.
right.
When you started out, was the beat making something you did for fun, or were you always like commercially minded with that?
Honestly, it was something I was born with.
Okay.
As far back as I can remember, I was always beating on the desk, the table, this, the wall, the like I said, pots, pans. But I used to get my tail whipped because I used to destroy my granny's pots and her pans and the
Yeah.
trash can. I beat a hole and you know what I'm saying. So,
Yeah.
and the oldest picture I have right now is a picture with me sitting beside my mother doing my hair. I was like 2 years old, and it's a snare drum beside me.
Oh, cool.
So, you know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
just recently found that picture again. And I'm like, oh, it all makes sense.
I understand. I
So
understand.
it was just something I was born with, like the rhythms and just beating on drums and percussions. It was something I always did. Just getting into it later, seeing that it was something I can do mainly because of hip hop. The early,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying, the hip hop scene came and I
Yeah.
seen people that would look like me came from the same type of environments and use what they had around them to make music and make a lifestyle and make a career and get their mom a house and
Cool.
take care of their family. So
Okay. Well, I'm curious. I wasn't going to ask this question, but since you mentioned that, I grew up in the Caribbean. Have you spent much time in the Caribbean, like in the Bahamas? We grew up. Like, if you hear about Junkanoo music, you could. I don't know if you know it. If not, you or our listeners could research it. But
what is it
as
called again?
Junkanoo music,
Junkanoo music. I'm out to look.
Junkanoo music.
Okay.
In the Bahamas, the boys growing up as kids, we beat on anything we could get our hands on.
Yes.
Anything. In school, we beat on the desk. Teachers hate it, but we beat on the desks.
Right.
Beat on the tree trunks. We beat on whatever we get our
Right.
hands on.
That's in
And
our makeup.
yeah, in fact,
Yeah.
the one of the folk farms in the Bahamas, the name of the folk farm is Rake and Scrape Music.
Wow.
That is
Wow.
the name of it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a Yeah, I've never physically visited the islands,
Mhm.
but I'm a huge fan
Yeah.
of the music that comes from the islands, Jamaica, and all different places. I'm
Yeah.
talking about like it's in my genetics as well. Like what I'm saying. I'm a huge fan of
Yeah.
reggae, ska, roots reggae. You know what I'm saying? The rebel reggae. That's really my thing. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of the rhythms and the music from your part of the world.
Cool. 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 Question though, with let's talk about the business side of it. That's the creative side.
Right,
When you were getting into the business side of it, and I'm asking because I teach young musicians, right?
right,
So when you were getting into the business side of it, is that something you had to navigate yourself, or something you had to learn yourself? Did you have mentors? Did people you attached yourself to? How did you grew up with the creative, and you grew up
right,
with the sounds, and you grew up with the beats,
right.
but now the
I mean,
business.
right. I had to learn the hard way on my own,
Okay.
like
Okay.
the real hard way. That like losing out on millions of dollars hard way.
I hear you. I hear you.
So
I hear
the business part of it is something that I didn't take as serious early on, you know what I'm saying, as I mean, I was always educating myself though.
you. Yeah.
I mean, as far back as I can remember, I was always, because I always been a student, you know what I'm saying? Not only of just the creative part, but just, so I was learning about it, but I just put myself in non-helpful situations with the wrong people. Let's just say that. So I made bad business decisions, signing bad deals that set me back as well as, took money away from the bigger picture. You know what I'm saying? Multiple occasions. And that's just me, I guess coming from where I'm from, we didn't really have nobody that, you know what I'm saying, a lot of people
Yeah.
that really made it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of a new thing.
Yeah.
I mean, we had somebody like Chucky Thompson, like people if somebody come out of DC and they make it, they pretty much have to leave.
Understand.
You know what I'm saying? And this DC is a tough town.
Yeah.
So it's like um we didn't really have a lot of, like by me moving to Atlanta, I started going to like a lot of different networking events, marketing events. You know, it's a different, they have like meet and greets and stuff like seminars and stuff like that. So I started going to those. But um it's why I'm starting to do my own events now. You know what I'm saying? So um because it's kind of a void on the business educational side of it as well as the, you know what I'm saying, like merging
Yeah.
the two and making them, whereas though that side of it is just as open about discussion as well as, a hook or a beat. You know what I'm saying? Like
I
this
understand. Yeah.
discussion, publishing or splits or um all the other things that go along with releasing a song. Let's just say releasing one song is multiple things that both parties have to know, the artist and the producer.
So let me ask you this. We'll stay on that for younger musicians, producers, creatives who are now in the position you were in this couple of decades back. What would you recommend to them about knowing, learning the music, the business side of the music business? What would your recommendation be to them?
My recommendations to them would be, because we are in the digital age and everything is at your fingertips. Um, I would spend a lot of time, even if it's just on YouTube or TikTok or whatever the case may be, just researching and learning about the small details of how to copyright your song, I would spend as much time on those things, those small tidbits of information, because you can get them in shorts. People make shorts videos. This is how you register your song. This is how you know what I'm saying? This is how
Yeah,
you collect your song. This is how you collect your music from this place. This company handles this. This is how you can, you know what I'm saying? I would at least utilize social media and my phone for educating myself just as much, way more than entertaining myself. So I would put entertaining myself way to the back burner of my lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Early
understand.
on, like entertainment is cool. We all need that. But if you're not going to jump into this, you need to educate yourself, because I've made a lot of mistakes. I've trusted people I shouldn't have. You know what I'm saying? I've
Yeah,
gone off word of mouth things. So make sure you get things in writing, small things. You know what I'm
understand.
saying? It can be, all right, we're gonna do these two songs and you're gonna make the beat and I'm gonna do the hooks and the song and the verses. It's no money exchange, but this is how we're gonna do it if we put the songs out. You can make
Understand.
it in one paragraph, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
get this amount, I get this amount. And it
yeah,
might seem like it's something simple and mundane, but what if one of those songs or both of them blow up?
yeah,
There's nothing in writing. Y'all was just sitting having a good time. It came up. That's how most big songs come about. It's not really people going and say, I'm gonna make a big song today. It's just it's
yeah.
a good vibe, a good, you know what I'm saying? And it just connects at that time. And you can make something that can shake the world. But if the paperwork not straight, y'all don't have no type of agreement. Because what I notice, every time some money gets involved, it always gets weird.
Oh yeah. Understand.
You know what I'm saying?
Understand.
And it can be somebody that you're very close to. Might even be a family member. When it's money, it can be $50. Hey, we about to get $50. Hold up, I did. You should get 30. I should get. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
It's it gets weird. I don't know why. I like to play fair. I want everybody just to walk away happy. That's my motto. That's everybody walk away happy. And a lot of times that calls for me taking less, because I'm gonna do something else anyway. I'm not gonna argue. You know what I'm saying? Some people get caught up on this one thing and let's, so it stops the momentum. It makes, you know what I'm saying? It can make the whole situation go away because people don't like to deal with headaches.
Understand.
So
Understand.
I'm sorry for the long-winded
No, no,
answer.
no, no. I appreciate no, I appreciate that. I mean, this channel was started to for novices to know more of the technical stuff.
Right,
But the more the more of these interviews I do, the more I realize things like contractual things, those little things that you don't really think about.
right,
You know, particularly when you're getting started, like you're about the music, you're about the passion, you're about
right.
the yeah,
I mean, it basically just coming down to knowing how to cover yourself.
right, exactly,
I
exactly,
mean, also knowing what you're getting yourself into, and knowing how this thing functions.
yeah,
But everybody at the end of the day wants to know how in the world can I cover myself,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and that's not a bad thing. So don't
True,
misconstrue that.
true, quite true,
You
quite
know
true.
what I'm saying? And we are creators, we artists, and sometimes we very humble, and
Yeah,
we don't want to shake the pot. You know what I'm saying? Or stir up the nest. And believe me, sometimes it's going to call for that.
yeah.
Sometimes you're going to have to shake up the pot. You're gonna have to stir the nest up sometimes because sometimes that's the only time people are going to move and respect you, and that's a shame, but it's real.
It's life. It's life. That's life.
Yeah,
That's life. No, I appreciate it. I really, really, really appreciate that. Really
no
appreciate
problem,
it.
man.
What you mentioned events that you've been doing. What kind of events have you been doing? What's been involved with those? Before we get into some of the technical stuff.
Okay. Well, the most recent event that I'm doing now, and I just did my first one last weekend. It's an MPC, which is the drum machine, Akai MPC, which I'm a huge fan of. I've been using for a long time, and a
Okay.
lot of your favorite producers and a lot of the biggest songs have been made for. So that's one of I'm a fan of that instrument, and so I did a producer event. You know what I'm saying, where we can meet up. This all something we have in common. Um, I had sponsors. I had my partner with the studio was a sponsor, as well as I had another sponsor with plugins. You know what I'm saying? They make a plugin person that make plugins, signature plugins for producers, as well as he had plugin packs, song packs, and stuff like that. So I had a sponsor. We hooked up. We made beats. We shared information, shared sounds, business ideas, and stuff like that. So this is something I'm putting together for producers that use the NPC. So it's um, yes, it's a creative space, something fun, but the undertone and the underlining, I guess, thing I want to do with all the events I want to do is for people to learn something that they didn't know before they came there. They
Yeah.
can help them like on the business side. Because we're gonna have fun. We're gonna do creative. I'm gonna teach you how to chop this sample or make this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All that's cool. I mean, we still are big kids, but this stuff we love to do. You know what I'm saying? But
Understand.
I like to, just some type of way also incorporate some type of business, something. It could be one thing. So, but also in 2023, I did some songwriter meetup sessions in DC. I did like 6 or 7 of them, I believe. So artists was coming through, they was performing, but I also myself then I had a DJ and different people who was speaking.
Okay.
So we just different stuff about the business, like how to register your song. We were just throwing around ideas, sharing stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it was like I said, I let the artists perform, but it was a laid back environment. Wasn't no pressure, wasn't no competition. We all got to know each other, and also the main thing that not only just learning something that I want the people to get is learn something. I also like to when people leave, I want to see people work together that didn't know each other before they came to this event. So
Okay.
that's a huge thing for me. I like to see people that they collaborate and stuff outside of, what I'm saying, they met
Yeah.
where we met at, and then a couple weeks later, hey man, we just check out this song, me and this person just did, we just met at your event. And so that's like, that gives me all the joy, you know what I'm saying, to see
All right.
that, because our collaboration is the key, and collaboration is a huge thing. And all,
Yeah.
from the start of the song to the finished product, it's a collaborative process, in some way, shape, form, or fashion. And once we all get that, and then learn how to be fair in our collaborative practices, man, it's nothing can stop us, man.
Cool.
You
So,
know,
it's entertainment, education, networking, collaboration, all wrapped up.
and fun.
Cool,
Yeah,
cool. Well,
yes, man,
thank you
yes,
for doing that. I mean, thank you for passing on. I mean, not everyone puts that kind of energy into passing on to the next generation and passing on to the
right.
to our
Yeah, I was,
fellow as well.
like, just a part of, you ever heard the saying, hurt people.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
that's not in all cases. Hurt people also help people.
Cool.
So when a lot of people in life, when you deal with a traumatic situation, I've been through something very traumatic. I created a hit song and I was sued for $18 million over my own beat. I lost a lot of money and I got blackballed out of the industry. But I could have used that to do those things to other people
Mm,
and took advantage of people. You know what I'm saying? Off of what
yeah,
I did, my name. People do that all the time. But I chose to help people. So the mistakes I made, signing bad contracts and all types of other. I tell my story because it's real. Before I got full fledged into music, just to be honest with you, I was in the streets a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like
I
my
understand.
producer name is Track Dealer right now, but at one time it was Crack Dealer. That's a real story. It's just
Okay.
part of my story. I'm just keeping, I'm gonna keep it real, but we're gonna keep it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Keep it light, but it's just, it's just an honest part of my story.
I was gonna
But
ask you about the name. I was gonna ask you about the name.
you know what I'm saying? That's how it came about. I mean, so,
Okay.
and I can just give you some parallels too, just to make sure to even make more sense to you. But I chose to help people. I just chose to, like I said, I could just, if my story can help somebody not make them the same mistake, like
Yeah.
I said, and I like to just share information, something about something business wise they might didn't know. It could be one thing. I feel like I helped. I did my part. You know what I'm saying?
Understand. All right. Well, then let's dive into a bit of the technical since you mentioned just now, you started to mention it. What are some of your go-to tools for creating tracks, making beats? What are your tools? What are your weapons of
The
choice?
MPC, baby, the MPC.
MPC.
Yeah, that's like
Okay.
a bulk of my production is done in the MPC software. I mean, I have the hardware here too, but the software. So I create. Sorry about that. I was chopping up some some
No,
sound.
I'm sorry.
So I mainly start my production in the MPC software. I export. I might be get like the main framework of it, and then I'll export the stems into Pro Tools. And then within Pro Tools, I'll arrange the stems, I'll chop it, edit, so put it in song format, um, and I will add other elements sometimes because
Right.
I
So,
also like to add like live field type stuff to my track. So sometimes I might even just do the drums in the original production just for a framework, and then I
right.
might just redo the drums when I put it in Pro Tools and just go all the way down like I'm a live drummer.
Okay.
So
Well,
most of my tracks I kind of do stuff all the way down like I'm live, like I'm a live band. I just do one track at a time. So I might do a hi-hats by itself, like this,
mhm.
you know what I'm saying, and whatever else.
Okay. So what for those who are not familiar with the technology, what do the MPC, what does MPC universe, what does it allow you to do? What can you do with that tool?
Well, the MPC music production center, it's a drum machine. They have different ones, older school ones, 2000, 3000, stuff like that. They got the newer ones and now they connect to the software. It basically you can sequence, sample, arrange all in one device. But the selling point or the thing that most of us love about it is a certain feel that it gives your drums, a certain swing that other instruments or other software or other drum machines didn't have. It's like real loose and more human feeling, but it locks in, but it doesn't make it too computerized, and it makes the drums this punch through your chest. You know what I'm saying? That hip hop,
Understand.
you know what I'm saying about those hard
Understand.
hitting drums so it's solid. So that's, I guess, what makes me and other people gravitate towards that particular machine. The ease of use of it and the texture and the workflow of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm used to the workflow of it and just what it delivers sound wise. The newer ones don't give you the same quality as the older stuff, but um you get more space and more other uh things that you could do now. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of, I guess that's the balance off from it. You know what I'm saying? But it's a great tool as far as production. Like a lot of your, if your audience, they can look into a lot of their favorite producers or their favorite producer's producer use that tool.
Okay. So for students like mine who were the producing Caribbean music, music with a lot of rhythmic feel.
It's a
Uh,
great tool for that.
okay, that was my question.
Great tool for that.
Great tool for that. All right.
Yes.
All right. Okay. All right. I have that particular tool. I mean, we are all familiar with the Roland. I don't want to say equivalent, but the Roland tools in that regard.
Now
But the,
Roller
M-
makes some good stuff. Yeah.
but the MPCs I've not really checked out. I need to look close at that and
That's the one.
get my students to look at it as well.
Yeah, most definitely.
Okay.
So your students might be more familiar with the producer Zaytoven.
Okay.
Uh, Producer from Atlanta, does a lot of Gucci Mane, a lot of other people's stuff. You can look at any one of his videos. He used that machine. So
Okay.
that might be more in their age group. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that they'll be familiar with.
Yeah.
So I'm not lying, y'all.
So now you mentioned Pro Tools earlier. You mentioned Pro Tools earlier. Is that your DAW of choice? Is that your workstation of choice?
Yes.
Okay.
I use Logic as well, Logic Pro. I actually just produced and recorded a whole album. Um, so I'm finishing up the mixing on that. I did that solely all in Logic.
Okay.
No outside, but I did it, you know what I'm saying? So it's,
Understand.
yeah, so I did, like I said, I started some of the stuff in the MPC software. This, like I said, small framework of it, but the bulk of the work, I did that project in Logic, Logic Pro. But yes, Pro Tools is for many years my go-to as far as recording, mixing, and mastering. I use Pro Tools.
Okay. Well, do you is it just is there a reason why you you used Pro Tools all those years, and is there a reason why you've started using Logic more, or is it just how it just turned out?
Um, I think earlier on in the early 2000s when it came about, when Pro Tools came along, and then it became the industry standard. That's
Yeah.
what all studios, major
Yeah.
studios use. So you had to know how to use it. So I always had a studio.
Yeah.
I've been a studio engineer since I was like 17.
Okay.
So I've been producing and recording artists since I was a teenager. So I have to keep up on the software and the gear. And I just got very comfortable in this with Pro Tools, and it just became a favorite. Logic, I started using Logic later on, and I was using Logic for production.
Okay. Understand.
Sometimes I recorded here and there, but this was my first time actually doing a whole album in
And
Logic,
Logic. All right.
vocals, everything. So
Okay.
it was a fun experience, and it came out really good. It's a go-go album. It's infused, go-go infusion type album. So look out for that. It's called Just Heat. It'll be coming soon.
Just Heat.
Yes,
Okay. Cool.
because one of the there's two artists on there with me as well. They're the vocalists. You know what I'm saying? One of them name is Just L, and one of them name is Heat Ray. So that's how we got Just Heat.
Oh, okay. All right. I got it now.
But the album is Just Heat as well.
Just Heat.
It's Just Heat.
Just Heat. All right.
No
Well,
duds, just Heat on it.
gotcha. So wait, question. Since we're now on DAWs, and I can't believe our half hour is almost up already.
Dang.
I've got a lot of other questions. We might have to make this a two-parter. I'll decide soon. But
Hey, I'm with
when
it, man. Just let me know. This one really cool, man.
I'll let you know. As we're on the DAWs, when you're tracking the live or acoustic stuff,
Hmm.
do you do you track with effects at all, or do you track raw going into the DAW?
Wow, that's a good question. It depends, but um, when I'm cutting vocals, I do have like a virtual vocal chain
Okay.
that I set up that I run through because I don't have a lot of outboard gear right now. I'm still piecing the studio together. So I have like just mainly like some slight compression
Okay.
and maybe a little roll off on the low end.
Okay. All right.
And that's mainly it. So it's raw, but it's like I said, very, very slight compression, just to have a little bit of control of it. Sometimes the same thing with instruments, but a lot of times I just do the instruments raw.
Okay. Oh man. Cool. Cool. Well, we're almost out of time, but it's something I really wanted to get into, really wanted to ask you about. We are firmly, earlier you mentioned we're in the digital age. We've got YouTube University we can go to and learn stuff,
Yes,
and I think it's safe to say that we are now firmly in the AI age.
yes.
So my question is, do you utilize AI in your creations at all? That's the first question.
Yeah, some of the tools
Mhm.
has AI implemented it. Let's say like it's a plugin called Ozone,
Yeah,
which is used for mastering.
yeah,
So it analyzes your audio signal, what you sent through it, and then it gives you an AI interpreted um, chain of what it's what it believes is the best mastered thing. So it'll give you a compressor, a EQ, a dynamic. You know what I'm saying? It'll give you a
yeah,
whole
yeah.
chain of each component. That so that's a tool that I use from time to time. As far as Suno or any other, like I haven't used it, and I'm not against it. I'm not for it. I'm not against it. I'm familiar with the tools. I use Chat GPT sometimes to do like some visual stuff. Um, but I do think it's in my field and other people's fields. I do think in the music creation field, I think it's going to become a problem at some point, and I think it's going to fizzle away.
You think it's going to fizzle away?
Yes,
Okay. All right.
maybe not completely. It's going to be around, but I understand music, and I understand frequencies, and I understand people's emotions, and I understand us as humans. And that's something that AI will never get.
I hear you. I hear you. I hear you.
So that part of it on the music creation side is cool. I see people that can use a tool that can help them, just make things better, faster, and things like that.
Yeah.
But this is also people's livelihoods. And these are people who went to school for training to learn how to do these different skills from the recording, the mixing, the mastering, vocal training, instrument training, and all those things. So all these people and all these people that invested into their skills and their talents are not going to just say, "Oh, that's I did all that training for nothing,"
Yeah.
because it's also a legal side to this thing that's going on that's very unethical. That all these AI companies have trained on
Yeah.
our data
Yeah.
and didn't compensate nobody, or you know what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
that's illegal and that's against the law.
Yeah.
And they use their power and their leverage to just outright buy the company out.
I understand. Yeah.
So I'm looking at it, what I'm saying, from different angles. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at it from the
Yeah.
ethical side of it as well. And just to be really completely real with you,
Hmm.
I watch you know what I'm saying, a lot of like the Matrix, different movies along the way, the Terminators, all this. I truly believe it's gonna come to the point that it's gonna be us against the machines. I might sound like a crazy person right now, but
Hmm.
I do think that we're gonna have to destroy AI at some point.
No. Okay.
That's maybe something further to the left down the line. I'm just being completely honest. I think it's going to become an enemy of ours.
Okay. Well, this
Right
has
now, we
been,
can use it to level up and do whatever we want to, and the sky's the limit. It's a great tool,
yeah.
but
You think something's coming?
yes, I don't think I know.
You know it. Okay. Well,
Yes,
this has been fun, and I think we need to do this again. I want to
for
get into
sure,
some more of the technical stuff of your productions.
for sure.
But before we close off, before we wrap up, do you have anything coming up? And two, how can folks get in touch with you for whatever, for professionally, how they get in touch with you, your content, how they get to see your content? Give us that stuff. What do you have coming up first?
Well, I have another MPC event coming up. So if you're in Atlanta, any producers, whatever, that'll be coming up. I'll do another one in the next 2 weeks. I'll be promoting that. I have the project that I just mentioned, Just Heat. We're looking to release that around like Valentine's Day, middle of February. I also have another album that I just produced, mixed master with another artist here in Atlanta called Mr. AP. The
Mr. AP?
prototype, Mr. AP, yes. Mr. Ain't Playing.
Okay.
That's his name. Mr. Ain't Playing. So he's Mr. AP.
All right.
Yeah, that's my buddy from here in Atlanta.
Mhm.
His album called The Prototype. So he actually coming through today. We're finishing up the last things today, and we're about to drop that. Um, and you can just follow me. My IG is Track Dealer DC, Track Dealer on TikTok, and there you have it.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I really appreciate you giving me your time. I sincerely
Man,
appreciate
I
it.
thank you, man. This been fun, man. Like I said, we gotta
This,
do this again,
this
man.
has
It's
been fun.
it's,
We
it's
do
been
have
my
to do this
pleasure,
again.
man. It's been my
And big
pleasure,
up
man. And, I look forward to the next one.
and big up to Jawar, a mutual friend that connected
Yes,
us.
man. Shout out to him, man. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for the link, bro.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you. Take care, man. God bless.
Same to you, brother. Have a good one.
All right.
Peace.
Respect.